Hello, good morning. It is 4:28 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, May 6th. It's Derby Day. I'm JoeHart, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. We're currently covering the Formula E session right now. The qualifying. I guess it's a lot of my notifications. New mention. Woohoo, JoeHart 2 is live over at Twitch. Go over to Twitch to see me. No, come over here. Go anywhere. Go all the places. Okay, so let's see here. So we will do, what are the ones I want to do? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Bee Survivor. Thank you for being here. You are so punctual. Thank you so much. I was going to go off screen. Well, let's get something on screen first. Race center, that says what it's supposed to be. So I guess that's race center. Let's share that screen. I am so pessimistic that things refresh themselves. Like, I think it's highly possible we can be on this screen and it actually does go live and it starts having the moving dots around the circuit, but this doesn't refresh. I always get nervous about that stuff. So anyway, let's see ways to watch. Dun, 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 dun. Stop screen and share screen, ways to watch. So like I said, that's forgot about my banners. Okay. So I don't know, B, you are such a rock star, and I don't mean to ever ask you to do things as a mod and stuff, but most of my Nightbots need 2 comments, and some need 4 comments, but they usually need 2 comments. So I don't want to over, but feel free to say hello, return, hello, return, hello, and make that 3 comments. So just to let you know, they kind of get activated with 2 comments. Usually when I try to get online, I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? Now, I don't know, like, like I sense. I like your honesty. I like the directness of your comment. You don't fake it. I sent another comment. Hope all is going good for you. So I think they're all activated. But I've never understood, like for example, let's do exclamation point driver. This is just an example. So I do exclamation point driver. I type it once, but it's written 4 times. I don't know if my comment counts. And then I don't know if my comment counts 4 times. And then I don't know if the Nightbot is counted. So I don't think so. If I had to guess, out of all those, I would imagine exclamation point driver is counted once as 1 comment. And that's ignored, and that's ignored, and that's ignored. And I assume the Nightbot's not counted. So I always try to get online, when not many people are here. You are above and beyond. Now the custom commands, we can activate them. I mean, they're not activated. I mean, we can manually send them anytime. Those are the ones you do are the custom commands. My are the timers. Those are the automatic ones. And the timers do require 2 or 4. Nightbot, where are you at? You got work to do. Now, it's 5 minutes. I mean, most of it, there's like 8 or 10 of them that are 5 minutes or 2 lines and are 2 lines. I don't know how. I know what they mean, but I don't know how to. I have to think about what I'm saying for that. So I don't know if I don't, when you say send it every 5 minutes, and by the way, like, similar to the ages of horses, the automatics, they're at, I forget how, I think they call it exact time. So if you say you want to have it, let's just say you want it to go every 30 minutes, then it will happen at 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and so 5 minutes. I don't know if that's, I'm sure it's 4 o'clock, 4:05, 4:10, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I don't know if it also means 0. I don't think Nightbot kicks in at 0. I think it kicks in. Anyway, when did I start? First, your comment is 4:29. I think I started. So that's 5. It's been 5 minutes. So anyway, yeah. So Nightbot, where you got work to do. Now, some of them I'm all over. Some I disable, and that kind of, because it's like, oh, that's NASCAR. We don't want that now. But God, there are so many. I'll never count all those. But anyway, most of them are 2 lines, so they're all activated. I'm gonna scroll for the 5 minutes. So let's see here. So enabled, these are 5 minutes, 2 lines enabled. Ways to watch. Watch along F1 is disabled. Watch along is disabled. Tweets is enabled. That's one of them. Sprint shootout, that's disabled. Radioactive is disabled. Points, PTS. PTS is 5 minutes. Predictions is 5 minutes. Notifs is 5 minutes. I've updated that. I want to see that one. Name test is disabled. MotoGP is disabled. I've got a ton disabled. Miami GP disabled. Do I want that? Kentucky Derby disabled. I have so many disabled. Driver enabled. Discord enabled. And that's it. So I don't know how many I said. I probably said about 5 or 7 of them that are enabled. Not Nightbot starting to kick in now. There we go, Nightbot. Just needs a little, how you fix something by taking the wrench and smacking the furnace. Probably just so okay. I'll just refresh my memory on. I know this is a manual one. This is the one I sent, but I'll just refresh my memory of what I have in there too much. Do you have a driver in Formula E like Degrassi or Verline or any of them? Formula One like Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, my private Avast. You are being tracked. 87 tracking cookies were found on your PC. That's a lot of them. F1 like Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, IndyCar like McLaughlin or Canapini, or NASCAR like Logano, Bell, Chastain, Larson, Suarez, Blaney. That's a little too many NASCAR. I say I hate them, and then I list them all. Let me know and discuss. Thanks for showing up, Nightbot. So Nightbot, ways to watch Formula E session. FP1, FP2, Q, and race. We're on Q right now. Oh, what is it? 4:38. And it kicks in at what? Yeah. Qualifying starts in 1 minute, 38 seconds. That's clicking, but I don't know if that's delayed or anything. So did I do ways to watch? I didn't. I'm still talking about Nightbot. I like Nightbot. I like that that's a comment. Nightbot's starting to kick in now. Thanks for showing up, Nightbot. It is all with your 2 comments of you talked them out of the cave. You're like, come on out. Okay, so I'm going to go full screen layout. Then I'm going to go off screen. Okay, so as you can tell here, this is ways to watch. And you have to pick, it's worldwide, so you got to pick the country. So ways to watch, and it's watching in United States, race number round 9 Monaco. Now, as I said, free practice 1 has, wow, there's 5 choices here. It's usually 4, but yeah, okay. So that's 5 choices, and that's already done. And then free practice 2 usually are the exact same choices. So there's 5 for them. And then boom, qualifying gets really smaller and E-Pre gets even smaller. So qualifying, which is right now, is the CBS Sports app or cbssports.com. Now, the E-Pre is CBS. I doubt that. I don't know if that's live. I bet live is CBS Sports, but that might be recorded like a half a day later. I don't know. I'm skeptical at best at that. Okay, so so anyway, I just wanted to show that. I appreciate Nightbot. I really appreciate Nightbot. In all it's, if I don't edit them quick enough, I still even the ones that are way behind. Nightbot's such a rock star. And all that's free. Discord's free. I'm too cheap to pay anything. Nightbot's free. I'm too cheap to pay for the paid stuff. Pingcord's free. I'm too cheap to pay for the paid stuff. Tweet Shift is free. Misc seems to do nothing unless you pay, and so I'm not using it. But let's see what we get here. Qualifying is live. I'm late to a very important date, 4:41. I wonder when it was supposed to go on. It's showing a commercial. I don't know if it's showing anything else. So working in a reversed order for Nightbot. Hello to all. Starting early. Hope to cover drivers and team points and standings before FP1 session. I did it then, but I wanted to do it every session. Haven't done it today. Ways to watch Formula E sessions. FP1, FP2, Q, qualifying, and race. They're moving. Group A, 1103. What happened? Oh, gosh, darn it. Why don't I? Okay, it started less than a minute ago. Group A, 1044. Damn it. 944. Okay. Oh, gosh darn. Okay. All right. So here is the Race Centra. The screen just went blank. Where it says ABB Formula E, that was showing me something until I shared it. I wonder if they have an automatic thing. And that might have been coincidental. And I might just have to hit, let's see what those choices are. It still looks like so back or no audio Audio's off, but I don't know what this is. Replay. Wow. I guess they don't care about free practice 1 and free practice 2. So Bird and Evans are doing something. They're showing their times on the screen for something. Let me go off screen. So anyway, there's 11 teams, 2 drivers each, 22 drivers. So this is Group A. There's 11 drivers in Group A. I don't think these are in order. They might be, kind of. So, okay, see, why don't they have times? Okay, I'm going to do a refresh. Sorry. See if those times can show up. Still no times. Oh, there's best, but anyway, I don't know why there's 2 empty columns there. So Mitch Evans, Sasha Fenestras, Stoffel Van Dorn, Dan Ticktum, Norman Nato. Oh, so see how the top 4 are highlighted. So the top 4 advance to the next round. And I just don't remember if there's 2 or 3 rounds. But the final round goes for the pole. They go for the number 1. Oh, sorry. Norman Nato, Renee Rass, Sam Bird, Andre Lederer, John Eric Verne. They just changed. Someone went up top. So Mitch Evans, Sasha Fenestras, Robin Frines. I think he's the one who went up top. Stoffel Van Dorn is on the bubble. Dan Ticktum is just out. Norman Nato, Renee Rass, Sam Bird, Andre Lederer, John Eric Verne, Pascal Wehrlein. Pascal Wehrlein is number 1 in points, and he's back behind by 6.389 seconds. Obviously, he hasn't done a full speed lap yet. That dot map shows, though, that's still good if the video doesn't work. Yeah. And when I refreshed, the video disappeared off the camera. A refresh ought to show exactly what was being shown. But anyway, whatever. So, Group A. Now, it is showing on my CBS. Let me just look for YouTube, because sometimes, I mean, this is season 9, and I've been following it. Yeah. So I refreshed it, and the video disappeared. So, but it's probably qualifying. As I said, oh, I'm not on screen. Sorry. I'm looking at the TV like you can see me. Hi. I was doing this just a couple of seconds ago. So anyway, I'm back on screen for you, but I'm also back on screen for me. I can see me and your comments. So, yeah, that is interesting. Sorry. My ear itches. So, okay. So this is season 9, and I've been covering it before it even started. So I've been covering it for about 10 years. So there's plenty of times that they would list something, but really it wasn't true, or there was more places you could see it than list it. And so there's been plenty of times that I would go to Formula E's YouTube channel, and I'd be like, poof, there it is. It's live. It's showing it. So I'm going to check that right now. I think they have tweaked that quite a bit, so that doesn't happen anymore. But I don't know. So it doesn't show anything live, and it just says free practice 2 and free practice 1. So I guess it's not on there. So I don't know where to find like raw data. Who's in Group A now, and if they would show who's in the future Group B. Some sort of strange wizardry going on there. Amen. So let me see. See, like with this Nightbot, on the fly, I get a little nervous. I'm like, well, that's not really true right now. So I don't know if I should go edit it and change it to 30 minutes instead of 5 minutes, or just disable it. And when I disable it, then I may forget about it and never get back to it. So anyway, I'm letting you know what goes on in my mind. You're welcome. I mean, thank you. So I don't know where raw data is. Like, where can I find a list of Group B? Who's in? Well, I guess Group B is just everybody else, but I don't know the 20. I can't tell you the 22 drivers. I could maybe stumble through it and get to about 10 or 15 of the drivers. But any predictions? Who will win Formula E race? Who's up at top? Mitch Evans has been strong the last couple of weeks. Sean-Eric Verne, Stoffel Van Dorn, they're kind of new. DS Penske used to be pretty tough. Sam Bird has won, 5 or 7 races over the years. Fenestras has never won. Friends. Lauderer went up to 3rd. I think he has won, 4 to 5 races. Fenestras has never won. It'd be great if he could get up there. And Mitch and Bird, same team, Jaguar, they're both in the pits. I don't know why. Seems like you would always want to be testing. And I wonder if it's like NASCAR where they do a qualifying lap and then come back and try to cool off the car. Now, I was talking about that a couple of weeks ago, and then I heard from, I think, Bob Pockris or NASCAR or whatever, where they said, we now no longer let the cars cool off their cars. They used to be, Keith, I know this is how my mind works. The Rolling Stones, the lead guitarist, Keith Richards, there's kind of a joke that, how is he still alive? And he recycles his blood every 10 months so he's not addicted to all the drugs he's done. So, supposedly Keith Richards, flushes his blood and puts new blood into his body. But anyway, I now forget what the story was about. So NASCAR could do that. So NASCAR used to be able to run a race and then pull into the pits and then empty all fluids of the car, like through a cycling thing, empty the, take all fluids out, cool them off intensely, completely, totally cooled, and then bring them back into the car. And they did that with all the liquids. They had these systems to get it all flushed out like Keith Richards. So they're flushing out the hot. So anyway, I told that story a couple times on here and stuff. And then finally, I don't think I was looking it up. I just saw it in passing. They said, we now no longer let NASCAR cool their engines that way. They can't flush it out. So it's pretty wild. Anyway, let's go off screen here, see what's going on. It's checkered flag. So I'm going to get to the TV. It says Group A, 37 seconds to go. There's probably about a 45-second delay. So they all need to get a checkered flag. But provisionally, how it sits right now is Norman Nato, Mitch Evans, Sasha Fenestras, Dan Ticktum. Those are 4 not common people at top. That is, Mitch Evans is, but the other 3 are not at all. That's kind of cool. And that's provisional. So it all could change when the others go up. And so the 4 advance, they're highlighted, and the other 11 don't advance. I'm looking on the TV to see when each individual gets a checkered flag. I don't see anybody getting a checkered flag yet. Oh, with the time delay. I guess the real checkered flag just happened. So everybody gets to finish the lap. So I will mention when they get the checkered, this is delayed now. Probably what's in front of us is real. But I will mention, let me go back on screen. I'll mention if someone moves. Let's see here. So it's Daryl, Nato, Evans, Fenestras, Tictum. Verline just went to fourth and knocked Tictum out, and he got a checkered flag. Lauderer went to the top, and he's done. He's number one, knocked Verline out. Rast is done. He's ninth. I mean, he went up 2, and he's done at ninth. So he's not advancing. Lauderer, Verline, and Rast. Okay, Evans just went to the top, and he's done. So no one was knocked out. He was second anyway. Bird is hopefully going to go higher. Oh, golly. Bird stayed at 10th, and Fran stayed at 11th. Nato went to the top. Fenestras went second. These Nissans are kicking butt. And Van Dorn is the only one left to show a time. Van Dorn just went up to 6. So they're all checkered flags. So it's Nato, Fenestras, Tictum, Evans advances to the duels. And then Lauderer, Van Dorn, Verline, Vern, and then the others. I missed the names there. Let me go off screen to get the rest. Lauderer, Van Dorn, Verline, Vern, Rast, Bird, Frines is all not advancing. So Nissan, they're showing the social media people, and they're going crazy. But yeah, they're 1 and 2. That's Nissan's not. I'm curious. Sorry, I'm so curious. I'm going to go check it out. So I'm off screen. Standings. And then teams. I think they're third to last. I think they're 8th or 9th. Nissan is 10th. Nissan is 10th with 18 points. They're 10th out of 11 teams. They're 10th out of 11 teams. I don't hear much about Nissan, honestly. LOL, you're right. Good for them. Man, so anyway, they're 10th out of 11 with 18 points. So I think you get 25 points for winning, which they won't win. But they're there. They're that's not so good. But yeah, right. But being 10th out of 11, but they're so anyway, Group A, the top 4 advance, and Group B, the top 4 advance, and the fastest of both race against each other. The second fastest race each other. The third fastest race each other, and the fourth fastest race each other. And then those winners, it's a single elimination. So they go from 8 to 4 to 2 to 1, I think is the way it goes. So yeah, that's very impressive that they're up there. That is so cool. So who is that? This is already the new, okay. So these are, I don't know what these are in the order by. It's not by car number. I've gotten rid of I've got an earbud in of my iPad that's not playing anything. And I don't have the earbud in for my TV that's playing. So one tall dude is talking to another tall dude. A 10th of a second, man, he ought to watch some motorsports. A 10th of a second is not close. He needs to learn that. So, okay. Qualifying Group B. It just started. It was 12 minutes, so it started 28 seconds ago. Nick Cassidy. I don't know the order here. It's not by car number, but Nick Cassidy, Jake Dennis, Antonio Felix da Costa, Sebastian Bueme, Jake Hughes, Max Gunther, Lucas DeGrassi. Come on, Lucas. Sergio set camera. Whoa. The commentator was within 3 feet of a car going by him. And he's like leaning in, making a joke of it. I hate when they make jokes of those things. He's a dummy. He shouldn't have been there. So Oliver Rowland, Ido Montoya, Nico Mueller. So 27 keeps jumping around. I don't know if Jake Dennis is really there. Okay, which way are they really going? Okay, there's start finish. So 5, Jake Hughes. Two drivers had their times deleted. I don't know which one. See, I wish I could refer somewhere on the results of the session we just had. That's what I wish. They need a data. They need, he's talking about it. So I want to go see who but anyway, 2 people had their times deleted. I don't know who. I think it was Group A. Yeah, they don't know for sure. Anyway, the only times that matter really are the top 4 from last session. The others don't really matter, except they can set the grid that way. So if your times are deleted, he's saying it's probably for tire pressure, but he doesn't know. He's guessing early. But yeah, you can get your times deleted for going off track. That's for Formula One. Times are deleted because you go off track. They try to keep it strict. Don't go off track. You lose your time. So you go off track to go faster. So your time's faster, and then it gets deleted. Anyway, he's saying tire pressure, but he's not confirmed it yet. But I don't know who it is. I don't think he said names. He's probably looking at the list. He doesn't realize we're not looking at what he's looking at. So yeah, this is a bummer. It makes sense. Yeah, the tire pressure I don't get. I mean, unless there's cheating, like for NASCAR, they used to way under inflate their tires and they get hotter and they reinflate, and they tried to get rid of that so you couldn't cheat like that. But I don't know. I mean, it seems like, tire pressures, if it's lower, it's softer, so it grips more, or if it's higher, it's harder and it doesn't grip as well. It seems like that would be your choice to do whatever. But I guess there's limits. So anyway, so if it's 1 or 2 of the drivers of the top 4, that will change the next round. But if it's the bottom 7, that will change their. And they said, see, I can't refer to. I'm off screen. 2023 Formula E live results for qualifying. Monaco. Okay. Said something about Verline would get higher. So Verline is 7th. So it's 2 people above, or it's any 2 people above Pascal Verline. Verline was 7th. I wish I knew who. So Norman Nato, Sasha Fenestraz, Dan Ticktum, and Mitch Evans, they were the ones advancing to the next round, to the duels. And then Andre Lederer, Stoffel Van Dorn are right above Pascal Verline. And they mentioned that Pascal will go up 2 places because of this. So no fun to watch a cheater, for there's limits. Yeah. Amen. You're right. I mean, everything could, I'm always think rules don't apply to me, and I'm always thinking out of the box. And, I probably could have been a crew chief in a previous life. I could, supposedly half of NASCAR's rule books was written from Chad Canals. He was brilliant. He worked with Jimmy Johnson. He was brilliant. But he would look at the rule book, and whatever was written in white is what he would build his white is the page. So wherever their ink wasn't, those were the rules that he focused on. So easily half the rule book was written because of him. Anyway, I'm not saying I'm brilliant like him, but I think out of the box and stuff. So yeah, I mean, you're right. I would think that the tires, come on, let them do anything. But you're right. It is some form of cheating. No fun to watch a cheater for there's limits. Yeah. And everything, the track, and then glad there's limits. Amen. So Nightbot is going nuts here, huh? Hi to StreamYard Joe from Facebook page Joe. Got to update that or disable it. My predictions, Kyle Larson wins. That's for tomorrow, or change it for today. Any predictions? Who wins Formula E? Yeah, it's going nuts. I'm not current on a lot of them. What do we got? 5 minutes, 11 seconds. Let me go off screen here. Qualifying Group B, 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Currently, provisionally, Max Gunther, Nick Cassidy, Sergio Set Camera, Lucas DeGrassi is fourth. He's in the pits right now. 6 Bueme is in the pits right now. So 2 out of the 11 are in the pits. So Lucas DeGrassi is fourth. And provisionally, it's still 4 minutes left. So this will change a lot. But provisionally, they would advance to the next round of duels. Anyway, fifth is Nico Mueller, Bueme, Hughes, Motara, Dennis, Roland, DaCosta. They're not moving very much. So it's 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes left, and it was 12 minutes long. So that was 8 minutes. So yeah, it might be stabilizing time. But Max Gunther sporadically does really well. Nick Cassidy does pretty strongly, it seems like. Sete Camera is not notorious for being up there, so that's so cool. Lucas DeGrassi, we hope that he stays up there. Nico Mueller, not normally up there, but I love him. Bueme seems to have sporadic, spurts of greatness. Hughes, I think he does pretty well. Motara was winning. I think he won last year. No. Stoffel Van Dorn won last year, but I think Motara was winning most of the year until the end. Jake Dennis should be very strong. Oliver Rowland, I don't think he does very well. Alexander Antonio Felix DaCosta should be up there. So anyway, there's going to be some changes there. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So I'm going to get on the TV, see if there's stuff going on there. And on TV, it shows the differences. Mueller just went up to third. That's delayed. It was already Mueller on that list right in front of us. Oh, let me get back on screen. Sorry. I'm back on screen. DeGrassi! Go DeGrassi. 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 So there's not many changes, but on the TV, it shows the changes really easily. So Roland is in the pits. The other 10 are on the track. By the swimming pool. They call it the swimming pool. God, look at that. That is so incredible. This track is so tight. Like, okay, I think for most tracks that are a street circuit, they're on the street. It's where there's red stoplights are and where right-hand turns on red are. These are street circuits where you and I drive at a red stop sign, a red stoplight. But when the race day happens, it doesn't look like streets. It's like, how the hell, where's the, and you're looking for the red stoplight. And it's like, oh, okay, it is right there, but they're hiding it. Anyway, this looks like streets. These are so tight. Oh my goodness. And we're watching, well, it's not one car at a time. but it's kind of one card at a time. They're kind of spread out. Oh, these are so tight. Showing Jake Dennis. Anyway, I think Hughes is new. Hughes is second. Set the camera. That's my underdog. He's pretty passionate and volatile, and he wrecks a lot, and he's not that good. Or, he's new. But I like him. I like passionate. I edited it. Oh, someone just went up. I didn't see who. I think Cassidy just went up. Anyway, with 53 seconds to go. Wow, it's going to be Gunther, Hughes, set the camera, Motora. It's provisionally in the duels. And then Cassidy, Mueller, Dennis, DeGrassi, Buemi, Roland, DeCassi is out of the duels. So let me go off screen. The checkered flag has happened. So that I'm going to now, sorry, I was late. I wanted to count that down to 0, which I missed. So I'm now on the TV. Group B is 21 seconds to go. And when it gets to 0, then I'm going to talk about the checkered flags like I did last round. So provisionally, Gunther, Hughes, Sete Cameron, Motoro's in the duels. Cassidy, Mueller, Dennis, DeGrassi, Buemi, Roland, DeCassa does not. 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Checkered flag. Everybody gets to finish the lap they are on. I will say as they cross the line. No one yet. It's a minute. It's 90 seconds for 11 cars. That's one every 9 seconds. There's a checkered flag. Mueller went up to 5th, and he's done. Buemi went up to 5th, and he's done. Dennis went up to 5th, and he's done. They all replaced each other. Mueller is 7th, Buemi 6th, Dennis 5th. They all went to 5th. That's why. These are tenths of seconds. I can't believe all 3 of them went to the 5th place. Cassidy's on a big lap. I don't know what that means. This guy, DeGrassi made it. Not yet. He's 10th, but he doesn't have a checkered flag yet. So 10th, he's 10th. Motora went up to 3rd. He's done. Cassidy's right behind. Man, those cars are right next to each other. Cassidy went up to 5th. Everybody's going to 5th. What does that mean? Oh, there's only 2 cars yet. Hughes and Roland. DeGrassi's at 10th. Roland went up to 7th. I am sorry to say DeGrassi is 11th. So they're done. They all have checkered flag. Gunther, Hughes, Motora, Sete Camera advances to the duels. Cassidy, Dennis, Roland, Buemi, Mueller, DeCosta, DeGrassi does not. So I want to find out who lost their time that was eliminated, because that will change the starting order. So, golly, that means DeGrassi will be 21st or 22nd starting the race, I do believe. I think that's how. Oh, man. I wish there was a different TV show that was on when you were a youngster. I wish it was called Mitch Evans. I wish it was. I'm sorry the TV show was called DeGrassi. Sorry about that. Okay, what about the rainbow? I want to know about the rainbow. Do you think there is only one definition of rainbow? Maserati from Italy. Craft. Kraft is a relatively new sponsor in Formula One, which is the hugest budget, but there's a one here too. Sylvain Filippi, he's smacking his fist in his hand twice. He's not happy, it looks. That's okay, Joe. Oh, good. I'm glad that's okay. So, okay, what about anyway, Maximum Gunther, Jake Hughes, Ido Montoro, Sergio Secamera goes to the duels. Nick Cassidy, Jake Dennis, Oliver Roland, Sebastian Buemi, Nico Mueller, Antonio Felix DeCasso, Lucas DeGrassi. does not. As far as teams go, Maserati, McLaren, Maserati, NIO advance. And then they took all the rest. At this point with the rainbow, yes, I think there's only one meaning. That's what I would think too. Maserati is kind of ballsy to put that on their car. In my opinion, I think it's great. I would like the rainbow everywhere. I have my own opinion. You know, I don't want to be hit upon all the time, but I support them theoretically. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm all pro rainbow, but that's kind of gutsy to put it on their car, I think. Or talk about it. You know, like Lewis Hamilton in Formula One is very political, and he gets up into people, and he has a rainbow. He has rainbow everything, and he has so many things. You know, supposedly he dated, you know, Nicole Scherzinger of the Pussycat, whatever that rock band was, or, you know, pop band. And he's dated some beautiful women. The downhill skier, Vaughn. But I've always wondered, which I don't care what he is, but Nikki Shields, I'm so in love. She did it. I got a selfie with her, but I couldn't do it because I was so nervous. And she grabbed my phone. She was like, let me do that thing. She said it nicely, but she was a little short with her. She's busy. God, she's gorgeous. She got married. It broke my heart. She got pregnant, broke my heart even more. And I think she's pregnant for a second time. Broke my heart. I was holding out for her. I mean, I thought she was holding out for me. Or you know what I mean. Nikki Shields. She's so cute. Oh, I guess she's asking questions to Rossiter. Maserati. This is the dude with the rainbow. Ask him about the rainbow. It's a cool design. Whether the rainbow is really a rainbow or it's just the 5 colors of the rainbow, it's a cool design. It looks really nice on the Maserati. Come on, ask them about the rainbow. I mean, I'm sure they've talked about it, but it's not like NASCAR and Formula One are so huge that if someone talks on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we know about it. Everybody talks about it. And, you know, he may have already talked about it, but it was a podcast. And, you know, I mean, it wasn't on CBS. It was just a live YouTube or something like that. Do you think I can tweet it without sounding condescending? Okay, Maserati. Congrats. Tictum against Fenestras, Evans against Nato, Motorrad against Hughes, Seti Camera against Gunther, and then they go from 8 to 4 to 2. Tictum and Fenestras, Evans and Nato, Motorrad and Hughes, Seti Camera and Gunther. I think you can, yes. So congrats. What I'm going to say, I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm tweeting it right now. I think that's what I asked, if you thought I could tweet it. So congrats, Maserati MSG, on the poll. I wish I knew who did the poll. Wait, poll's not done yet. Okay, now I'm confused. Mukader, I've seen your name before. How you doing, Muck? Hello, Muck. How are you? JoeHart here, person with disabilities. Mukader. Nightbot's pretty active right now. read them all if you want, Mukader, or you can ignore them. That whatever you want to do. It's pretty active. I overdo. I like Nightbot and I do a lot of it. So take it as you wish. Look at that camera work. Look at that corner. I walked that circuit. My brother brought me to. Anyway, that's a whole story. He just said that he got the 3 points for the poll, but the poll doesn't happen. I'm confused. I can't tweet him saying congratulate on the poll. Mukader. I know you told me how to repronounce your name, but I forget what you told me. I know I'm saying it wrong. So I'll say best wishes, because that almost means I don't like saying good luck. I don't think things have to do with luck. So I'm going to say best wishes, because that may mean that like they're done, like they did it. He said he got the 3 points. Question. Is there, I'm going to talk it. I don't want to type it. Is there a backstory or significance? A backstory or significance to the rainbow on your front wing? Thanks. So, okay. Yeah, I'm confused about whether he, boy, that screen looks so bare with only 2 people. So Fenestraz and Dictum is racing. It just switched to Evans and Neto. Dictum and Fenestraz, I think they're the bottom 18 drivers. I don't know why this is amazing. It must be a different circuit that not common. Fenestraz beats Tictum, 129.031. Nissan. Is that Nissan? Nissan advances. Woohoo. Now it's Mitch Evans and Norman Nato. Mitch Evans is a rock star. Nato's pretty strong too. Okay, so I say, oh, I'm off screen. Sorry. Let's go back on screen. Good old Twitter. Yeah, man. So I say, I'm just, editing it with you. Best wishes, Maserati MSG on the poll. Best wishes. Yeah, that's good luck. I think best wishes can be both. I hope you do well on the poll, and it also could mean congrats on the poll. I think best wishes kind of means both. Anyway, best wishes, Maserati MSG on the poll. Question. Is there a backstory or significance to the rainbow on your front wing? Thanks. That's pretty innocent, right? That's pretty innocent, right? Is there a backstory or significance to the rainbow on your front wing? Innocent, correct? And then I'll do other Maseratis. Let's see here. Maserati HQ. And let's find out who owns Maserati. Who owns Maserati? Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. After being owned by a few different parent companies over the decades, it is now owned by Fiat Chrysler automobiles as of 1993. That's a long time. And is in a brand group with Alfa Romeo. Fiat Chrysler. I usually tweet them all the time. Yeah, that's fine. Fiat Chrysler. Not Fiat. Well, hell with you. That used to be you. Chrysler. Not Fiat Chrysler, Johnson Chrysler, Safford Chrysler, Maricelli Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler, My Chrysler, Twin City Dodge Chrysler, Hendrick. What happened to the Fiat FCA? Okay. Can't do it. FCA. Okay, I'll just send it out. There it goes. I just tweeted it. Maybe they're sitting there picking their nose and they'll respond during this qualifying. Or maybe they'll never respond. Is that Discord? Let's go see what's going on in Discord. Idaho 4. Something's going on in Idaho 4. Oh. Neo showing Kohlberger's eyes and doing a fake. I don't think he's just an intense dude. He's OCD. He might be on the spectrum. He's really smart. He's socially awkward. And he's a killer. New one reads. Twitter. I'm sure you're not the first to ask. Amen. It seems like they would just explain it. And it doesn't have to be explained. And it's not a huge issue. And people, you can make a stand by making no stand. You can talk about it all you want, or you can not talk about it at all. And, the CEO has one opinion and the general manager has a different opinion and the team principal has a third opinion. They probably just do different things. Anyway, Hughes is ahead of Motora right now. I don't know who did last race. Hughes is ahead by 0.295 seconds. With the way they do this, I don't know how they figure that stuff out. $29.484 now it's down to the last group here. Sergio Sette Camera and Max Gunther. Hughes, let's see. 129.082. I think there's a couple of people who are 129.0. Jake Hughes. I didn't know that's what he looked like. Huh. Okay, I'm going to go off screen again. Maserati, write me back. I want to know. I want to know. Okay, see, I got to forget about it and move on to something else. Like Nightbot. Gunther Predictor vote, 83%. Don't know where these come from. They ought to explain these numbers. What guesses it's 83%? And he just said something about your votes. That better not be based on fans. We don't know poop. Quarterfinal four, and then semis, and then hurry up and answer. Just gonna blow. I would like. Okay. The thing. There's so much going on in my head, but I don't like to frantically need to figure something out. So when the car's coming at me on the track, I hate to, what's that rainbow? What's that? And then it flies by. And that's too hectic and stressful for me. But if it was in the garage and the camera just panned on it, and I guess I don't need 20 seconds, but if it panned on it for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, I'd go, oh, okay, I can study it and look at it and things like that. But when it's just flying by, I'm like, what is the rainbow? What is it? So anyway, that's another aspect of my. Okay, I want to update my tweeting. I'll be tweeting often during this session. Therefore, I'll be off screen. Won't see comments watching the race center on main screen, live timing. Thanks for your patience. My apologies. JoeHart PwD's. So how could I tweak that? I won't be tweeting often all the time. Sometimes it's very often. Sometimes it's not so often. I'll be tweeting often during this session. Not this session at all. I'm editing these for the other ones. I'll be tweeting, which I just tweeted, I guess. I just tweeted Maserati. Lockup. Sete is ahead of Gunther by 0.474 seconds, which I don't know how. This is Neo underdog. I want to go see their Neo, 9th place. Neo is 9th place out of 11 teams. 9th place, and he's beaten Gunther. Gunther's catching, but it's still 0.326. I don't know how they figure that stuff out. It's confusing. I need to know where these numbers come from. Neo's clapping, so he was the winner. Sergio Sete Camera wins. Now, Sergio's really famous for wrecking. So now show the results. Put it on the stage. Replay. They started awkwardly. Camera missed the first green light, so he went on the second, so that messed up Gunther. So Gunther missed his green light, and he went for the one after that. And normally you get penalized for, not penalized, but something happens. It's not with no penalties. It has some sort of penalty, but it's not Gunther's mistake. Hi, Mookator. How are you? I don't know if you, can you hear? I said hello to you earlier. How are you, Mookator? So they haven't explained the two cars that had their times eliminated. As soon as something is done, I don't remember the results. And like I said, they don't have a raw data live results to look at on the fly. So I don't know if the 4 against 4 that we saw. Okay, here's the replay. Green, he goes. If Gunther went through a red, those green lights are pretty. Oh, good to hear. I'm glad you're fine, Mookator. Yeah, those lights are not timed very well at all. I don't know if it's a manual person, but they screwed up. Neither driver ought to be penalized at all. That was messed up. Okay, show the semis. Who's against who? Nato Fenestres. I guess that's the next. Jules. Wow, I really know Bill, Nick Cassidy. I am from Kentucky. I don't really know English really well, but I know Great Britain, English, UK accents pretty well, mostly from Formula One, but I know it from a lot of things. And I'm anyway. The repeater line. That's yellow. He did get the procedure wrong. It's explained very well in meetings. So Nato and Fenestras are getting wow. Okay, so it is us. So the fans come up with the predictor. Why do they ask us anything? So okay, I don't know why I typed that. Will Nick Cassidy make the jewels? What the F? The duels. Why did they say jewels? I don't get it. Like I said, I know their language pretty well, but I think that's Gunther. I don't think camera is going to be this. Norman Nato and Fenestras. Norman Nato is racing number 17 in honor of Bianchi, the Formula One driver that perished during a race. It was a really messed up race. It was a local yellow flag, and it should have been a full course yellow flag. And cars were still going very fast, even though there was cranes on the track lifting cars. It was a bad situation. Fenestras, duels 1. 4? What? Times in final 1. What? Fenestras? Yeah, very sad. It was very sad. It was in Japan. There was language barriers. People didn't know what was going on. The tractor trailer, or the crane went out on it. Was, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before, because it really upsets me. Scott Elkins, FIA race director. I love to see who the officials are. He's showing passion. FIA should be monotone. They're the sanctioning body. They're the boss. They should not be showing passion. And he was going really angry. Or, I mean, I don't know if it was anger, but excitement. So I guess no one's moving because they got to figure out if that one person is penalized, I guess. And it looked like to me both drivers messed up, but I don't know. So this FIA dude is seated at a table with 5 people, and he's looking to the right, looking at someone, and he appears to be talking to him or whoever's on his headset, and that other person's not even looking at him. So I don't think he knows what he's doing. What's going on? Come on, decide. Put on your big boy pants and decide. Are they disqualified or not? So Maserati and SETI Camry are the two that are anxious. Car 3, SETI Camry, canceled best lap time, qualifying procedure. Shit. So, yeah, he's canceled, so they don't know if Max Gunther will take his place or it will just be a bye and the person doesn't race anybody. Set a camera. I don't know if the formal word is deleted, but set the camera's time deleted. Bummer. And he's not seemed to be reacting, so I don't know if the team has not told him. Oh, he's talking now, so he's talking about it. But he's still in his car. Alex Hugh, team principal. It looks like they're talking to each other. When one's mouth moves, the other doesn't. So I think they're talking to each other. Shit. So Gunther will go through. So Gunther races Hughes and Nato Fenestras. $129. There's so much. That's the information I want. Where is their raw stuff? Did I get that? One minute notice for the cars to enter the pit lane. Wow, I didn't notice that Norman Nato against Fenestras are both Nissan. They're racing each other. That's a bummer. You'd like to be in two different. Wow, Nissan. What did I say? They're 10th at 11th place? I'm looking at the lights to see what they're supposed to do, supposedly. That looks yellow, but I guess those are two reds. It looks, oh, they look red there. The two Nissan cars are, okay, it's green. So the first one goes. 17, I guess, Natto. And then Fenestras stopped, and it's red. And it's green, and now he's going. So that's what Sete Camera screwed up on last time. Yeah, Sete Camera's just so new. He's young, and he's, golly, that's too bad. Yeah, 10th. Are you seeing results somewhere? Do you mean Sete Cameras in 10th place now? Do you see results? That's a bummer. So this supposedly goes till 5:55, but that was a huge delay. But I'm going to probably try to end this as quickly as possible. And I say that every time, and I never do. But there's like a 3+ hour Nissan. Oh, Nissan 10th. Okay, out of 11. Sergio Sete Camera needs to do his weight, but they're calling over to do something else. Man, he doesn't want to be, sent in two different directions. Thanks. I forgot what I asked. Thank you for clarifying. Nissan 10th out of 11. That is so cool that they're going for the pole. They're possibly, anyway, they are two of the final, and they're neck and neck with that timing thing. I don't know how they do that timing thing. Fenestras is ahead by 0.053 seconds. 5/100ths of a second. And again, I don't know how they do that, but that's what they got. Now he's down to a 10th of a second, 0.106 seconds. So Fenestras got stronger. Went lower again, 0.141. Fenestras getting stronger. When's the next live? The stream, the broadcast starts at 8:30. Let me see here. My stream starts at 8:15. Wait, did I say 3 hours worth of sleep? I barely even have 2 hours. So it's 5:46. 2 hours would be 7:46. Yeah, it's less than 2.5 hours right now. So I had that wrong. I thought I had 3+ hours. My bad. Thanks for asking me. I was thinking I better get off so I can sleep. And I do have to sleep. But anything close to 2 hours, I don't usually wake up. Sasha Fenestras, he's the winner. So he's advancing to the final. So Fenestras can be first or second. He could be the pole, and the other dude could be third or fourth. That's pretty good for being 10th out of a. Okay, I'll try to make it, but no promises on this one. No problem. I appreciate you being here any and all the time. Semifinally, Gunther and Hughes. So Gunther's lucky. He was advanced because Sete Camera screwed up. So predictor vote, Hughes 80% and Gunther is 20%. But thank you, B. Yeah, yeah. Whatever. You did some wild, like 12, 25 and 2 something and 4 something. Those are some wild shifts. You did some great ones. Thank you very much. Take the day off. You're welcome, Joe. Cool. I appreciate it. So they're not showing the time difference between them. Oh, it just came on screen. Hughes ahead by 0.028. So 2 100ths, 3 100ths of a second. He dropped even more. So Hughes is getting stronger. 0.164 seconds. Almost 2/10 of a second. Glad I can be here. Yeah, I am too. Very much so. Got any custom commands you want to do? Oh, man. Hughes went even stronger. Gunther, 0.260. So 3/10 of a second. So by the way, I forget your Twitter status. I think you ultimately set up an account. But just to let you know, I am having a lot of traffic on Twitter with my thank yous. So I do thank you over there, just like I thank you here, but without your handle, of course. So if you would like to get into that traffic of Twitter, and if you would like me to mention your handle, I will mention people's no Twitter. I thought you did. Okay. I think Lyndon Not Baines, I think he set up an account for me. And someone else set up. No, Lyndon always had an account. Someone set up an account just for me, supposedly. I thought that was you. But that's right. I'm not going to push. You can have one and not tell me about it. So I haven't made that leap yet. If you haven't made it by now, I don't think people are going to make the leap. 10 years ago, I think it maxed out at 300 million, and I don't think it went much higher than that. I think it did 310 million and 320 million and 330 billion. And then now I think it's less. I think it's 250 million. So hey, did I get a tweet? Not yet. So that helmet says James. Is that their last name? I guess you do want to name the helmets. You don't want to wear someone else's helmet. So Nato, Fenestraz, and Hughes. Nato and Fenestraz. Fenestraz advances. Gunther and Hughes. Hughes advances. Okay, Hughes and Fenestraz. I'm baffled. Oh my. Hughes and Fenestraz. Okay. Hughes and Fenestraz. Oh, set the camera. Jules. Sergio will be started 8th instead of first and second row. His engineer told him to stop at the first light. Oh, that's a bummer. I like him. In the jewels. Why do they say it like that? Final start, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but that's a delay, so it's probably under 2 minutes by now. Okay, I want to look those two up if I remember their names. Okay, so Hughes, I'm looking for Hughes. Hughes is 10th out of 23 drivers, 10th with 32 points. He's 10th. And then Fenestraz is 19th with 7 points. Fenestraz is 19th with 7 points. So what are okay, 32 and 7. So Hughes has 32 points. Hughes 32 points. What did I say for Fenestraz? I don't know how to spell his name. I think I said 7 points. If win race, they receive 25 points. Their season is more, or the season is just half over. OMG. So Hughes had 34, has 32 points right now. Fenestraz, I don't think he has the second tee, has 7 points racing for the pole. If they win the race, which doesn't guarantee they win the race if they win the pole, but if they win the race, they receive 25 points. I mean, that's doubling Hughes almost, and that's, quadrupling Fenestraz. That is a turnaround on who's in this thing. So it's 5:58. I guess we're 3 minutes over when it was supposed to end. Feel free to, if anybody's getting tired, feel free to head out to sleeping. I'm exhausted. Oh my goodness. I'm fading fast. Yeah, me too. I thought I might have noticed something about you. But yeah, this is the last round. This is the last two that are racing for the pole. I hope to end it immediately and not listen to the interviews. And I did want to hear about Septic Camera, so I did hear that. Wiggly wiggly is the way he describes it. Jake Hughes, I think he said rookie this season. Wow. Okay, they're starting. Fenestraz down by 0.04, 400ths of a second. Fenestraz down. Oop. Huge skid, so that's probably, yep. Yeah. Now Hughes is down 3/100ths of a second. I thought with that skid he was going to lose some time. Now Fenestraz lost. He's down by almost 4/100ths of a second. So they've gone Hughes, Fenny, Hughes. Hughes skidded again. So it's going to go again. It did again. So Fenny's on top by 0.056. 5/100ths. Whoa. Now 0.409 seconds. Fenestraz 1.2 seconds. What happened to Hughes? Hughes 131. That's yeah. Boom. Fenestraz 129, 131. 7 points. So if he wins, well, he wins 3 points for the pole. So he's from 7 to 10 already. But with 10 points, he could score 25 points if he wins the race. That's incredible. Okay, guys, I'm exhausted. We're all exhausted. Thank you, B. Thank you, everybody. You're a rock star, B. These were 3 really tough sessions. So I really appreciate doing the graveyard shift. I'm going to get only two hours. Fenestraz. That's pole position. All right, Joe, I think I'm going to head out early this time. Glad I could be here tonight. Good night, Joe, and good morning, rather. Great streams. Good night, all who were in the chats tonight. Thank you so much. So right on cue. Yes. So I'm gonna end too. So stop screen and broadcast in 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna hit it again. Wait, who the two? I have one in Twitch and one in YouTube. Okay, so end broadcast in 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna say goodbye because it ends it immediately. So bye, B. Thank you very much. End broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Bye.